running 10 laps for this one here. 3 classes out in 1. We've got excitement to the max. Can anyone stop the streak of Johnny Lewis? We're about to find out as he gets a wonderful start. Ben Rosendale, he is electric off the line on that KIP Racing SV650. So that is our 2 Pro Twin classes.
Hey, Brad, just going to throw back in over the top as those guys have just started, because the other boys did turn up just without their bikes. Quick one, Nixon, how's the day?
Today's great. It's great. Such a cool day. Bit disappointed that we couldn't do the GP, but it's still amazing.
Well done indeed, Sebastian, mate. You enjoy that?
Yeah, I did actually. It was a good race, and yeah.
Well done. There we are, 2 of our stars. We only had the 2 of them here. A little bit late, but well done to you guys. Thank you, Brad. Back to you.
All right, very good. Love that Jixer Racing. Fabulous stuff, boys. And we are going to carry on our Super Twin, Pro Twin, and our Formula 3s. 3 classes out in 1, and so much excitement here. Johnny Lewis, come to the North Island, just wanting to circulate and maximise his points outings every time. He won every single race, all 6 competitive races up in the North Island. He took them out. He's come to Ruapuna here at round number 3, his beloved home circuit in the middle of the South Island. He has won 2 out of 2. Can anyone stop this man? Absolutely electrifying performance here from the number 54. The Johnny Lewis Builders supported machine is absolutely flying. We've got good starts from Ben Rosendale. That's second place for Benno. And then you've got Kevin Goddard, great start, Kevy, on the Race Supplies race team. He's right there. We've got good starts from Nick Southerwood. Then we've got Luke Ryder under a bit of pressure. Carl Hooper's piling it on there right in behind. We've also got Simon, the second of our F3 lineup, getting racy as well. So you've got 4 of them out of the sweeper, then you've got a little bit of a gap, then you've got 3 of them going at it. There's 3 different classes well represented at the front end of the field, but Johnny Lewis leads them all. He ticks off lap number 1 of this 10-lapper here. Then go Ben Rosendale. Kevin Goddard's gotten a little bit racy into turn 1 with, so Kevy around the outside. He'll now inherit second place in this race. Knows how quick Nick Southerwood's been all weekend, so he wants to try and get a bit of a buffer between him and Nick, and this is going to be some kind of excitement. So not the 6 entries in any of these 3 classes, so none of these competitive Grand Prix Championship races, but nonetheless, Neil, it's going to be just as spectacular. You've got overall points to look out for. Simon Lawrence leads the F3 category with a win and a 3rd place so far this weekend. You've also got Johnny Lewis, unbeaten, pole twice, and then comes to Ruapuna, pole the 3rd time. He is on an 8-race winning streak in the Super Twin lineup, so he has a massive advantage in that championship. And the return of Ben Rosendale, brilliant to have him back in the Pro Twin lineup. He is a former national champion, and he's got that points lead heading into the 3rd and final race over the weekend. So, man, we've had a good round 3, haven't we, Neil?
Oh, we have indeed, but I'll tell you what, this business about the 6 races, Brad, we've got to come off the fence on this one, because let's kick that rule for touch. Why is it absolutely plaguing us? If there's been a decision made by the race hierarchy or the event hierarchy or MNZ hierarchy that we're going to have a championship class, we're having a championship class, and that's all there is to it. If there's only 1 entry, that's not the fault of 1 to have lined up. Let's go and have a look at our sport. If we haven't got enough entries to go in there, let's find out where the focus should be. But anyway, we need to have these other classes. And, there's the disappointment in Nixon's voice when we quickly went down. Thank you, Pete Goldfinch, for highlighting the fact that we should be doing that Jixer podium, and I agree we should be. So we cut it a little bit short, but hey, more importantly, we still get to recognise it in our field. Go the mighty Jixer 150. But there we are. It's all on for our Pro Twin as we get it on out there at the moment. And best time at the moment for Kev. Oh, I think there's a computer glitch, isn't there? Is that a computer glitch, Brad? But apparently a guy called Kev Goddard's got the best time.
Mate, he's on fire here. 1:38.1 for Kevin Goddard. He's on fire. Look at him. He's reeling in Johnny Lewis at the front. Kevin Goddard's come to play. What did he have at the lunch break? This is absolutely brilliant. He's right up beside him. Out of pothole. Kevin Goddard fired up and ready to go in the 3rd and final race here for the weekend. And then you go back, Ben Rosendale. He's got Nick Southerwood on his tail. And then look at Carl Hooper has been electrically quick on that machine all weekend, so he could come and spoil the party. Oh, don't go anywhere, folks. We've got 7.5 laps of the best coming here. 3 classes in 1. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and they all have respective race leaders in that 5-way fight. We're on here, Neil.
Oh, this is absolutely fantastic. I'll tell you what, and Kev Goddard's all fired up. Would like to make sure the medical team's just handy to his pits immediately after the racing. Might need to do some cardio down there after this one. This is absolutely fantastic, because because here you've got a man who is a top-class performer in New Zealand, does not give himself any credit. He's got a most amazing collection of bikes. He's a passionate guy. He's been able to bring some brands into New Zealand that nobody else has been able to touch, and he can do affordable packages. For example, he can get kids in leathers and boots, and people in helmets as well, and for the fact that he's got performance and accessories that make your bike better than the rest in the pack. So we love you, Mr. Kev Goddard, race supplies extraordinaire, former board member of Motorcycle New Zealand, another volunteer of our sport, long-time member, of course, of the Otago Motorcycle Club, proud to be putting something back into motorcycle sport in this country as well. So go you champion, this is great to see. Mr. Kev Goddard going for it out there with an absolutely superb second place at the moment, and only 0.1, you know, if you're 0.18 behind somebody, the likes of Johnny Lewis, even Heath Boddick is not that good. You didn't hear me, Heath, did you? No.
Oh, we love it. The South Island band is going to be full on. And we got round 4 next weekend at Levels International Raceway. And the pride of the South on the line here, Johnny Lewis, Kevin Goddard. Kevy's got him. That's Kevin Goddard in the front of this one here. So I didn't see the move getting made, but that is an update. Kevin Goddard leads the Super Twin Race 3 for the weekend here, and he is fired up. He's going to take some beating here, and then go back to third place. Still Ben Rosendale there, and that is the first of our Pro Twin entries. In Carl Hooper, the first of our F3. Nick Southerwood, who's been quick all weekend, he rounds out that five-way fight there. And look out just down the road a little bit. You've got the likes of Luke Ryder and Simon Lawrence. You've got some hot pace out there, and we've still got 6.5 laps to go. Plenty of time for this one to unfold. Kevin Goddard now under a little bit of a pressure. This is the first time Johnny Lewis has really been challenged in this championship, and it's all on here. The gloves are well off, and our brilliant Super Twin racing has just been brilliant into Southern Salvage.
Well, it's very rarely that actually anybody chases Johnny Lewis in any class. He's, of course, been a Superbike A racer on his beautiful Panigale as well. We've seen him in F3 racing. Everything he's ever touched in our sport has been gold. He's been one or two, nothing worse, off the top of a field. And to have somebody like Kevy Goddard pushing him here at the moment, I'll tell you what he's going to say. Kev, you no way that I'm going to let you get past there. There would be he would take that as a real hit. But for Kevy, he's stepping it up big time. Mr. Kevin Goddard, where's those race fans? Come on, where are you? Olivia, where are you? Josh, are you out there online? Are you out there to support him? Josh is probably cruising on some beach back in beautiful Otago at the moment, not realising how well Dad's doing on a race bike up here. The beautiful Aprilia RS660, this fantastic Super Twin motorcycle that's starting to turn heads in Pro Twin racing in New Zealand, which has now enabled them to become these new name, a Super Twin, and we only hope this class can grow because these are a real racing motorcycle.
Absolutely. We're looking back at Kevin Goddard's trip to the North Island straight after the Southern Classic. It was a long, big trip up there. He fell under the weather as soon as he got to the North Island, so he was under a massive fitness cloud. Johnny Lewis up the inside, so he's now responded to Kevin Goddard's mid-race pace. Now we've got back the other way. But as I was saying about Kevy, had a real hard time of it in the North Island under a real bad fitness cloud, so he just was out there circulating. He's come back to the South Island and he is red hot. This is going to be good. Carl Hooper, the fastest on track though. He's up in a third place, about to challenge these Super Twins for overall glory in the race here. Brilliant.
Well, in fact, as well as being in the North Island and being sick that week, it was also his birthday. He spent his birthday in bed. He came to the North Island to have a great holiday, had some R&R and take a bit of time out before the Billy Silly season, and here he is now to find himself fighting his way back with this kind of response today, which is magic. I tell you what, somebody trying to grow right down in on his tail there at the moment, looking out for Nick Southerwood, I think might be the man to try and come through. So it's Nick that gets in on the action there as well, so he's super close to it, and looking out for Carl Hooper to be added to that group as well. There's some cool names in this class. We just want more quantity. We've got the quality, we just want more quantity to add to our classes. Too many of these low numbers that we want. Where are we going wrong? I don't think we're going wrong in anywhere. We just can't get enough competitors all the way through. Let's go racing, everybody. Oh, I think that's Carl, isn't it, that's made the move? Yeah, Carl Hooper. So Kev Goddard under a bit of a threat there, and he's gone back to third place. It's Kev Goddard. It's Carl Hooper that's made the move to get up there on the little F3 bike as well. Remembering, even though they won't get a title for it, they're still going to get their clear points, and these are points that Carl Hooper needs to get back after a bit of a setback earlier on, Brad.
Yeah, we've got some points here. Simon Lawrence, your overall leader in the F3 category, and he's got a decent points buffer back to Carl, who's had nothing but bad luck here this weekend at a crash in qualifying, a mishap after his race 1 win. So he'll be desperate to try and maximise his outing out here right now. He is leading the Formula 3 class, and he's second in the race. Johnny Lewis now with that little bit of breathing room now that Carl's in second. He's now got that one fairly comfortably, and it's excitement building second and third place. Nick Southerwood, he's coming alive at the second half of this race 3 of the weekend. We've got 5 laps gone, 5 laps to go, so excitement building. Benno Rosendale in 5th place in the race, still there, the leading Pro Twin campaigner, and he's had 2 wins from 2 starts in a pole position, so he's odds on for capping off a perfect weekend, as is Johnny Lewis. So you've got a couple of dominating race leaders. You've got a cool story in Simon Lawrence out there, the points leader in F3, and if he finishes there at the moment, he's 6th in the race, 2nd of the F3s. He'll take the overall for the weekend. What a cool story that'll be.
Indeed, in fact, we hadn't heard as much about him, and for the fact that he's been doing our 250 production, so he's been getting an absolutely fist of racing in on it, and he's a lesser known rider than some of the other more high profile and specific riders as well.
Look at the 2 guys he's going to beat in the overall, Carl Hooper and Cormac Buchanan. That's not bad to tell the boys at work on Monday, is it?
Yeah.
All right, Johnny Lewis still continues to lead. It's not much in it, though. Carl Hooper's reeled him right in, so Carl was a little bit quicker than Johnny on that lap around by about 3 tenths. There's only about 4 tenths in it, and you can see how visibly close it is out of turn 1, Abbott's left-hander, and down the West Coast Straight. So it's only really a matter of time now before Carl Hooper finds a way around Johnny Lewis. So they're 2 different classes, but going at it at the front. Kevin Goddard's still there, but it's about 0.6 of a second, so 6 tenths. That's all Kevin Goddard's got to hang on to here. He's still got 4 laps to dig it in. Can Nick Southerwood find something magical? We've got Benno Rosendale now, slipping back, a lonely old ride, but well and truly in command of the Pro Twin category. Looking out for the likes of Josh Double. He'll be 2nd in the Pro Twin category. Phil Munt on pace for back-to-back podiums. Go Munty. He'll be absolutely elated with that 10th in the race. And then Lance Double are still hanging in there. That's our 11th and final runner out on track.
Well, Phil Munt, first thing we did when our interview, Phil, you come all the way from Whangarei. What do you think of Ruapuna? I love this place. It's worth every bit of the trip. So there you go. So why haven't we got a whole lot more riders than that? There's Phil out to fill the numbers, and no pun intended, but that's what he's making sure he's doing, and he picks up a very good 3rd place as well. So still got to love it with those old bikes. SJ, of course, he's been the real exponent of those and been telling us about the evolution of those bikes into the Super Twin, but still a place for the Pro Twins, and the incredible Ben Rosendale showing exactly that here today with some great bit of racing. So bring it on with the mix of these guys. Remembering, of course, the F3, the Super Twins, the Pro Twins all added to it as well at the moment. So Johnny Lewis up there on 51 points ahead of Kevin on my apologies, Nick on 40 ahead of Kevin to go through there, and we've got Ben, Joshua and Phil with the other points as well. And I made the mistake, I knew I would fall for the track, the double, that's father and son Lance and Joshua double, and I called Joshua Lance. That's the ultimate insult, Brad.
Oh, you'd hate that, wouldn't you?
You imagine if somebody called you Neil,
Could you imagine it?
Blimey.
You couldn't have that.
Nah.
All right, at the back, straight into the Euromark here, and Carl Hooper finally pulls up alongside Johnny Lewis, breaking hard into the left-hander. Johnny Lewis will know this is not a bike battle in class, so I'll let you go for it, young man. Carl Hooper now leads this electric 3rd and final race for our Pro Twin, Super Twin and F3s, and they've been going at it for a few laps now. So Carl Hooper, a good ride from that young man. He set lap records at Manfield, and I believe he almost set a lap record at Taupo as well, so he's just developing this bike nicely. This is the lap record holder around the cemetery circuit for Formula 3. Didn't beat that this year, but nevertheless it delighted and excited the fans with some spectacular heroism into the S's. But back on track, Carl Hooper, this is going to feel pretty good. He's now got 2 and a bit laps to go. We've got Johnny Lewis still hanging on. Nick Southerwood's going to dive up the inside. That's not going to be quite close enough, and he's going to have to go off track. So an off-track excursion, a big bold move that didn't quite come off, and now a miraculous recovery. Kevin Goddard's going to hang on to 2nd place. Nick Southerwood now with a couple of laps to go in this 3rd and final race. He's now got a bit of work on his hands. You couldn't even read about it. Nick Southerwood, if he was going to mow the lawns, he could have got his entry fee back. He was unbelievably out there on the grass. We've got 2 laps to go. This has been so cool. Our F3 Super Twin and Pro Twin lineup, Neil.
I tell you what, there's one, the last thing you're going to do on grass, and it's take evasive action. Do not touch your brakes, do not touch your steering. Keep it as straight as possible, as smooth as possible, and that's exactly what Nick does. It's the exact rules of what happens when you get off the track, and that's what happened. You wouldn't say he was shunted off the track, far from it, not trying to imply that at all, but in the line that he was on for the collision course, the best thing he could do was get out of there and onto the grass and off the track was the right thing from the incident point of view, but then into the action that he took to be right out around there on the wide side was certainly precarious, and those tiny little pebbles of stone, I'm sure, would have been flicking up inside his fairing as well, and he'd probably want to watch where he joined up to the track that he keeps on the outside line, and wouldn't want those stones to come off the grass and onto that track area as well. So great recovery, Nick Southwood. All is not lost, and he tries to get back on track.
Oh, he did that in race 2 as well, so maybe he's trying a bit of adventure riding here this weekend. So there we go. Nick Southwood, he's right there still in contention for a second overall in Super Twin racing. So there it is as Carl Hooper leads into the Southern Salmon Ashes and around towards the Signbiz Dipper. The white flag will be ready and waiting. We will only have one lap to go when they cross the line. Excitement building for second and third in Super Twins. Johnny Lewis is there. He's leading this category and about to extend his streak. Nick Southwood's right on the back wheel of Kevin Goddard. It's only a matter of time. Can Kevin hang on? We've got an electrifying final lap to look out for. And then we've got Benno Rosendale well and truly in command of that Pro Twin lineup in 5th place. Simon Lawrence in 6th. That'll be the second of the F3 competitors home here at the moment, and that will be odds on for an overall points win here at round 3 of NZSBK Formula 3. So great net Formula 3 reinstated as a national championship. Isn't that great, Neil? We absolutely love it.
Here, and as always, an opportunity to make sure that you can stay on board with us over the series. Of course, we've been able to add these classes without actually changing the overall race program, because we put 3 of these classes together. They are similar power bikes when you get F3 up with Super Twins and Pro Twins as well. So to put them all together, we're just adding to the flavour of the program rather than adding to the program. Often when you add classes to it, you've ended up by making your day longer, and can you cope in the day and you haven't got enough time to do your racing. If you've got an incident, you've held up everybody, and some people want to get away at the end of the day, and we've held them up. But no, we can add to all of that here today by putting these 3 classes together, a little bit like our 150s as well. And although they all sound the same as 150, 150, 150, as you've seen by their racing, there is a parity between Super Sport, Gixxer and KO, and it's no different to Super Twin, Pro Twin and F3 racing out there. But going for the glory out there is great to see. All right, so it's now Carl Hooper that takes the number 1, Johnny Lewis back there. They're 2 separate classes, remember, and then we look out to Kev Goddard, and there he'll be the second of those. Looking out to Nick Southwood behind. The margin, by the way, was .301, so 1/3 and 1/2, and they're super close in that bike battle as we go then to Ben Rosendale, first of the fabulous Pro Twins himself, the SV650.
All right, let's bring it home here. F3 glory. It's not going to be a Grand Prix title, not enough entries in the class, but we're going to give him the glory he deserves. It's a fabulous Super Sunday win for Carl Hooper. He's going to love that. He takes it in style. Johnny Lewis had a bit of drama on the final lap, but he's going to come through and cap off a perfect weekend. 3 out of 3 in Super Twin racing. Kevin Goddard's going to hang on for second place in the Super Twins, and we have lost Nick Southwood. He's not coming around, so a big bit of drama as no Nick Southwood out on the racetrack. I'm not sure where that's happened, but Benno Rosendale's going to come through. That'll be 4th in the race, first of our Pro Twins home, and then we look out for a bit of excitement. Simon Lawrence is going to come home. He's going to finish 5th in the race, 2nd in F3, and with that, it's going to be an overall points win for F3 racing for the weekend. Well done to Simon Lawrence. And then we're going to look back to a bit more excitement. Luke Ryder's going to come through, and that will be a podium finish for Super Twin racing. So well done to Luke Ryder, who's going to be there on the number 80 machine. Nick Southwood, no, Nick Southwood will come through. So I didn't see where Nick rejoined, but no, it is Nick Southwood. He's going to hang on, sorry, to that 3rd and final spot on the podium. And then we see the 80, the TR20 machine of Luke coming through. So that'll be 4th in class, 7th in the race. Robbie Edwards is there for 8th place. Josh Double will be there. And that'll be a good 9th place, 2nd in class for the SV650 Pro Twin outfit. And there we go, back. Munty's going to hang on and cap off the 3rd and final step of our Pro Twin podium. So that's going to be 3 magnificent podiums, F3, Super Twin and Pro Twin. Wins for Carl Hooper, Johnny Lewis, and of course there for Ben Rosendale. And we're going to cross down to Neil, who is going to quickly try and wrap up all 3 of those podiums before we get into the big one, the New Zealand Grand Prix race for our superbikes. And what we saw this morning, if that's anything to go by, strap yourselves in, folks. We're in for an absolute doozy. But right now, let's cross down to Neil, who'll cap off our Clarkson-supported 650 Pro Twin, Super Twin and Formula 3 podiums.
Well, there's one thing here with our race fans today, that you can get up close and personal as much as you just need to hang back that little bit and let the race teams go to work, but you can walk down the aisle here, and of course there's posters for the kids as well, opportunity to see the race team, get their autograph, talk to the champions, so just fabulous to see as well. So there you have it. All right, stepping it up here at the moment. Keen to catch some Super Twins onto the podium quickly. Yeah, keen just to, we're going to get Nick, I don't know, but we've certainly got Kevy here at the moment. Excuse me, sir, what happened? You had the fastest time. What went wrong?
I ran out of talent and energy.
Mate, what a race. How did that feel, Kevy? That was awesome, man.
It was a great race. Really enjoyed myself, but man, it's hot out there for an old fat boy. Tell you, well done to Johnny and to Nick. Been a great weekend. We've had a ball. We all get on like a house on fire, and it's great times. Beautiful
words. Well done. Where's the Kevy Goddard fan club? Yeah, well done. Yeah. Oh, rent a crowd over here too. Yeah, good stuff. Well done. Johnny, pretty cool to see, matey.
Oh, mate, I had to pull my finger out. Kevy gave me a bit of a fright, to be honest. So, no, it was pretty hot out there, man. There's not a lot of grip, so that was cool. I really enjoyed that.
All right, thank you very much. And now here, look at this. Don't mind a bit of water being poured over him. Nick Southwood, tell us about your motocross skills out there, matey.
I had to put them into full effect today, Neil, because I tell you, it's bumpier than a motocross track over there, man.
It is indeed. Well, there you go, folks. That is your Super Twin podium today. 3 awesome gentlemen, all good guys. We really appreciate that. Well done. All right, let's have our Pro Twin up here. Pro Twins to the podium as well. And thank you, guys. Very prompt. So we've got Munty back in here as well. We've got Josh, and we've as well got Ben here in the middle. Let's go straight over to Munty. No fluke, mate, no fluke. You're on the podium again as he just tries to get your breath, mate. How cool's that today?
Oh, it's fantastic, mate. Yeah, shame there's not a few more of the Pro Twins bikes and people here, but it is what it is. So I'll take the glory.
Yeah, good on you. Well done. All the way from beautiful Whangarei. Hi, Whangarei. Nice to see you up there. Here we are back with Josh and working out there for you.
Oh, yeah, it was hard working. Philip kept me honest. I was looking back and I was like, oh, I need to pull the pin and gap him, and it was just so hard. But I'd like to thank my parents, my brother coming out, and then my wonderful girlfriend for spending all day here. So.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Line up. Where do guys get girlfriends like that in road racing? Thank you. Beno, mate, great to have you back in our sport. Far out. How fast can you still go?
Oh, I was a bit slow that race, to be fair, but sliding around a bit, so risk over reward, So I let the Aprilia boys just pull away, and I didn't really have the pace, to be fair, in that race. I gave them a good ding-dong in the second race, so kept them honest in that one, but still having fun, mate, so I'll be back next year.
You'll be back next year. Well done. There is your Pro Twin lineup. An exceptional podium as well. Thank you, guys. And well done. Let's have our Formula 3 up